Today, Blizzard fixes the gameplay, Korean gangsters fix the matches. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where this week we are broadcasting during the Canadian federal election. So remember to get out and vote.
And if you're not Canadian, you can still vote, just not in our election. But vote for where you want to go for lunch, and vote with your dollars, or vote someone off the island. It doesn't matter as long as you're voting for things.
Democracy, all the things. The Apple users who pre-ordered Valve's Steam Link and/or Steam Controller were a little bummed to discover that they had become the punchline to the early 2000s Macs don't play games jokes because the hardware didn't work. The Steam Link can't stream to your TV from a Mac, and Macs don't support the controller as a gamepad. Valve is frantically working on solutions, and in the meantime, by way of apology, they've given all the Mac users who pre-ordered the hardware free copies of the Valve Complete Pack, which retails on Steam for $100 and contains every game Valve has ever made and ever will make. That last part sounds pretty cool, but they don't really make games that often. If you're not into 2013's Dota 2, the last game they made that wasn't just another Counter-Strike was Portal 2 in 2011? But Valve didn't have to do anything, so it's a really nice gesture to give these games away to people who will now have to play them via Apple TV with a Mad Catz controller.
At this stage, pointing out that some of the people who play League of Legends are jerks is kind of like saying that water is wet and the sun rises in the east. But did you know some players like to make inappropriate usernames? Something like Vagina George, which is not just an innocent reference to Mean Girls. But say you do register as Vagina George and get reported. How can you regain the trust of Riot so you can make another username of your choosing? Well, you have to answer some survey questions. But not just any survey questions. Survey questions lifted from the Narcissistic Personality Inventory. Also, other psychological evaluation questions like, how many times in the last 7 days have you threatened to hurt or hit someone? It appears Riot is moving from trying to just ameliorate the jerks in its service to trying to understand why some people are compelled to be jerks in the first place. But even if Riot figures out that 60% of the people who think Vagina George is a funny username are actually classified narcissists, what could they possibly do about it? Send them all to the server of misfit narcissists? Make it so only other narcissists can see their chat messages? Oh my god, wait, actually do that? Yes!
12 people have been indicted on charges of match-fixing Starcraft 2 competitions. Among them, 2 players and the head coach from the pro team Prime. They've all received lifetime bans from the Korean eSports Association as well. Since one of the articles we sourced was so keen to explain the very nature of match-fixing, we will extend the same courtesy. Gerard, the coach, is named as the middleman in fixing the matches, arranging payment for his players Yoda and Boong Boong to throw games so people could bet for them to lose and make a bunch of money. Esports betting is a big deal in Korea, and the other 9 people arrested were all brokers and financial backers, some of whom have alleged links to organized crime. So all in all, positive news, really. This is just another step towards esports being treated as seriously as real sports.
Gamers love finding Easter eggs. Remember that Destiny story from a few weeks ago? And lo and behold, a new Easter egg has just been discovered in World of Warcraft of all games. You can now get Turkey the Murloc as a pet no matter where you live. It was previously an Asia-only thing until the latest patch. But now you can find a turkey egg in a secret cave in the Borean tundra. And I say secret because it is now an internet secret, aka extensively documented and easier to find than many real-life places, as this screenshot of the cave will attest to. It looks like a raven there. I've gotten more breathing room at the Shibuya Scramble Crossing, and literally the mall on Black Friday is more organized than this cave. Like seriously, there are so many people trying to get this pet that it could actually be difficult to do so. Not because it's hard to find, but because it's hard to physically click on the egg to get it. Secret.
Time to play another edition of Who's Upset by Microtransactions this week. The Payday 2 community. How upset by microtransactions are they? You should sit down for this one. Payday's annual Crime Fest event started last week, and developer Overkill added something secret. Something safe. A safe. It was a safe. After a heist mission, instead of usual rewards, you might randomly receive a safe, which can only be opened by a drill, which can only be purchased with real money. Okay, this is like Team Fortress 2 with the supply crates. Fine. What's in the safe? Gun skins. aesthetic reskins for your guns to make them look garish and stupid. Perfect. Exactly the sort of thing people are cool spending microtransaction money on. Except the skins also change the stats of the weapons, meaning people who are willing to shell out the additional cash can have actual in-game advantages. Also, the safe replaces other rewards you might get, so if you don't want to pay, you basically receive nothing from that mission. Also, Payday 2 is already a $20 game, and putting non-aesthetic microtransactions in a game you paid for is guaranteed to piss people off. But none of this is as galling to the Payday 2 community as the fact that all these microtransactions exist at all, because Overkill has said they would never add them to this game. In 2013, the game's lead designer, David Goldfarb, was asked about adding microtransactions to Payday 2 and said, quote, "No, no, God I hope not, never, no." And the Steam page for Payday 2 said, "We've made it clear that Payday 2 will have no microtransactions whatsoever. Shame on you if you thought otherwise." No, Overkill. It's, make me think you might put gameplay affecting microtransactions in a game I already paid for. Shame on me. Actually do it. Shame on you.
Developers should just move to an entirely shame-based economy.
Oh my god, they'd make millions.
Yeah, of shame dollars. Coming up, the Dark Souls 3 network stress test was last week, and it turns out, yeah, the game is hella stressful. Oh, you didn't think this was about server loads or something, did you? Please. Shame dollars.
Shame dollars.
Shame.
That's true. The random gun skins you get could also be for a weapon, like a DLC weapon, that you don't have and would have to have bought. Yeah. Hello, CheckPoint fans! A reminder that CheckPoint, much like everything we do, is now supported by you directly through Patreon. Please check it out. We would really appreciate it.